Disclaimer, this video is not meant to be any kind of serious, in-depth analysis of the Metal Gear plotline. It is merely unscripted ramblings of a drunk idiot, so don't be surprised when I miss plot details or mispronounce things. Enjoy. Well, it's the new year. I've drank over half a bottle of vodka, so this is as good as time as any. I love the story of Metal Gear. It's awesome. I love it to death. But the plot of the Metal Gear series is just so fucking fucked up sometimes. So, what better time than to try to explain it while being very, very, very drunk. Our story begins in 1964, and a CIA agent named Naked Snake, and note that it's not a euphemism for a penis joke, is dropped off in Soviet Union in order to rescue a Soviet scientist named Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov, who had defected to the West a couple of years ago because he was working on a weapon he was afraid of. So now, Snake, commanded by Major Tom and helped by paramedic and his mentor, the boss, who gives a lot of heavy shit at the beginning about soldiers and their loyalties and shit. Like, I'm just thinking, it's like, god damn, holy shit. Go start exploring, you conquer some enemies, you take them down, you meet Sokolov, he's burning some papers and like, you'll never get it from me. It's like, calm down, I'm sent by the CIA to get you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain. And Sokolov is explaining shit about a GRU kernel that's gonna come from him, about a colonel named Volgin. That guy's a piece of work, let me tell you about that. Anyway, they get to a bridge, everything's going dandy, and then the boss shows up. And she's decided to defect to Soviet Union. Shit. And then Colonel Volgin shows up, with the boss welcoming her to his unit and his country. And the boss gave a little homecoming, no, not fucking homecoming, like welcoming gift for the colonel. 2 American-made warheads. That's a good gift. I'd love that. And then they snatch Sokolov up with the help of boss's unit, the Cobra unit, which the members are the pain, the fear, the end, and the fury. And she beats the shit out of Snake, dislocates his shoulder. I mean, wait, no, it's a fucking elbow. Whatever. Then the boss throws Snake off the bridge to his death. Game over. Thank you. Good night. But no, Snake survives, patches himself up, and Major Tom and the others come for him. And then we got one of the sickest openings in video game history. Like, Snake Eater's fucking awesome. Let me tell you about that. I mean the song, but the game too, but like, the song, it's pretty sick. Even though I think it's kind of overrated, it's still fucking sick. Anyway, week later, Snake is off against the Soviet Union, this time because, like, Volgin had detonated one of the nuclear warheads that the boss gave him, used it, and now chairman of the Soviet Union, what's the fucker's name? Khrushchev calls President Johnson and is all like, why did our satellites detect an American aircraft? Well, there was a nuclear explosion. And President Johnson's all like, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, but our country only sells propane and propane accessories. So, Snake is headed off to the Soviet Union again, this time to kill the boss, kill Volgin, and kill Shagahov, that shit that Sokolov was making. A tank that can shoot nuclear missiles. That's a fucking good idea. Oh yeah, and to rescue Sokolov, but that won't go too well. Spoilers. Snake heads off, and after a few seconds, he meets up again with the boss, who's like, does that arm still hurt? And he's like, yeah, thanks a lot, you bitch. The boss fucking beats him up again, screws up with his weapon, like throws into pieces. I don't know what the correct word is, but fuck it. And I was all like, you can't defeat me, you're not even armed. And she rides up with her horse, who's pretty awesome. And Snake calls his commanding officer, who now calls himself Major Zero, and it's like, is it too late to back out of this? Yes? Fuck. Snake heads off where he met Sokolov the first time, now to find a KGB agent named Adam. And when he gets there, he's met up with this chick on a motorcycle, and he's like, the password, who are the Patriots? To which the answer is lolly lule low, and that's gonna be a kind of weird plot thing in the future anyway. And this chick is not able to answer, and then a bunch of Gru soldiers show up. She shoots them, and she's like, that's your answer? Comes closer to Snake and is all like, hey, look at my boobs. To which, yes, they are quite nice, they are. And Snake thinks so too, considering how many times he stares at them when pressed R1 button. Anyway, she's Eva. She says that Adam couldn't make it, so that's why she's there. She's pretty nice, you know. She gives the Snake an actual gun, a tranquilizer one, and a lethal one, and a scientist disguise. And lets him rest up for a little while, which he stays guard. When Snake wakes up, wait, oh shit, fuck. I totally forgot to mention the Ocelot. Well, okay, when Snake was first rescuing Sokolov, he met up with the Ocelot unit. One of the best of the Gru has to offer, led by Major Ocelot. Now this guy, this motherfucker is the shit. He's a cocky little son of a bitch. He's like, what, 19, 20 years old? He's like, just fucking awesome. Just twirling his gun around and shooting everybody with incredible accuracy, but fucks up with this gun because he injected the first bullet by hand, which is some kind of technique. I don't remember. Anyway, he gets his ass kicked by Snake before Sokolov gets snatched up again. Ocelot is there again when Snake wakes up with this unit, and Snake, you know, handles the Ocelot unit like a boss. And Ocelot has Eva, you know, is pointing a gun against her, and he's all like, gropes her boob, is like a female agent. Like, you couldn't see that by any other way than groping her. Like, I mean, okay, I mean, I would grope those too, but okay. It's like, this bitch is wearing perfume. And Eva just like kicks his ass and then motorcycles his ass. That's the best way to explain that. And Eva's about to shoot, but Snake stops and like, no, he's still young, and he's gonna be a fan favorite in this series. To which Eva just rides off, and Snake moves along with his mission. After a little while, Ocelot shows up again with this unit, but it's like, leave us, to his unit members, which, like, why do you have them if you want them to leave immediately? Like, whatever. Now there's a boss fight against Ocelot. It's pretty cool. And after you beat him, a bunch of hornets shows up, and it's like, damn, they found us. And then his unit's just getting fucked up by the horse, but that motherfucker don't give a shit. He's just twirling his revolvers around like, bitch, please. And Snake jumps off to a crevice, explores a cave, and comes across his first Cobra member, the Pain, who controls hornets. That's his shtick. Also, he's got a fucked up face. He kills him, and he explodes, because the Cobra members always carried a bomb, a micro bomb, during the war, so that their bodies couldn't be captured by the enemy. That's pretty fucking metal. Heads off to Ponisovye swamp. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, fuck it. The Ponisovye swamp. And while surveilling, he sees the boss, Volgin, Sokolov, and Tatiana, who's actually Eva. That it's pretty obvious. But anyway, the boss is like, the Pain is dead, and Volgin's like, what? And punches the wall. Also, he has electric. I forgot to mention he has electric powers because. And Sokolov was all like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And Eva's pretending to be Sokolov's lover, and Volgin is just electrocuting her tits, which that's gotta be pretty painful. I mean, I don't have tits, but like, I can imagine that being pretty painful. And then two other Cobra members show up, the Fear and the End, and Volgin is like, the old man is always sleeping, is he alright? Fair question. To which the boss answers, the End is saving up the little life he has for battle, and when he wakes up, it will be the end for the boy. Puns. Those are always fun. Snake continues along. Wait, what the fuck happens next again? Snake arrives to the Granny Gorky lab to find Sokolov, but instead he finds Granin, a weapons maker of the Soviet Union. He's just shit-faced drunk. Kinda like me at this point. He's like, put down the gun, you'll spoil my drink. He tells where Sokolov is, and gives a lot of exposition about the philosopher's legacy. Why Volgin is so fucking rich. Oh well, no, I'll say that for later. Anyway, Volgin's got a shitload of money. He inherited from his father, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And you know what? Granted, he's awesome. Like, I'm taking a sip of vodka right now. In the words of Granin, to capitalism, God, it tastes like a crack horse asshole. Ugh. After Snake gets the information from Gran, he heads off to the forest where the fear ambushes him. Now the fear, he's a weird motherfucker. He can like dislocate his limbs and crawl up like a spider. He has this tech that makes him invisible, which is actually not that bad if you have the thermal goggles, which you should have. And when you beat him, like, the fear, I see it, the fear, and boom. Then Eva contacts him to meet her in the mountains, but warns him that the end is gonna ambush him there, and yeah, the end ambushes Snake, and what follows is one of the fucking best boss fights in video game history. It's like so fucking cool, the sniping, like, fuck. Especially when the end does like, spirits of the forest, I thank you. And now my dentures are gonna fly way up in the air, in a very weirdly comedic fashion. The end. And then Snake meets up with Eva at the top of the mountains, so Eva can give him some information on how to get to Groznygrad, where the Shagohad and Sokolov are. Anyway, and she gives him a key, and before Snake leaves, she's all like, so, what's the story between you and the boss? And Snake like, she was like my mother, and my master, to which Eva immediately asks, was she your lover? To which I just think, he just said that she's like his mother. I mean, what the fuck kind of kinky shit are you into? So it, like, no, nothing like that. Half of me belongs to the boss. For 10 years we lived and died together. And he was like, okay, cool, see ya. And when Eva's leaving on her motorcycle, Volgan's just, punching a barrel. It's pretty fun. And it starts to bleed, and fucking Gren is in the barrel, and Volgan has fucking killed him. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. And Oslo's asking himself, so, was he the spy? They know that there's a spy among them. They don't know who exactly it is, but, that's besides the point. And Granny did have a transmitter in his shoe, but those shoes were given to him by Tatiana, aka Eva, so smooth. Nice one. And, Oslo has been pretty sore about that whole nuclear thing. Colonel, I don't approve of your methods, and it's like, looking like, I don't give a shit. And then the boss shows up and is like, the fear and the end have fallen. So Volgan is like, you're a shucks. Which they kind of do, I mean, why would they attack one at a time when they could just all ambush him together? Whatever. Anyway, Snake heads off to Groznygrad, but before he gets there, he's ambushed by the last Cobra member, the Fury. Cosmonaut with a flamethrower that uses rocket fuel. That's pretty hardcore, I gotta say. For me, that was pretty annoying boss fight. I mean, like, it's honestly the hardest boss in the game for me. Like, I don't know why, but like, anyway, Snake beats him, and the Fury's all like, boss, this is the end of the Cobras. I'm off to meet the sorrow. And then he goes up to the ceiling, and then a flaming face comes at Snake, and I don't fucking know what the hell that was all about. Like, I don't know. Kojima's on crack. I mean, Kojima was on some kind of drug. I know that from a very reliable source is the games I played, made by him. In Groznygrad, Snake comes across Major Ivan Radinovich Rykov, whose clothes he needs to steal in order to get to the place where Sokolov is being held. Snake knocks him out, gets to Sokolov, and Sokolov is all like, no, leave me. And he's all like, every day I help make weapons that should never be used, things that don't even benefit mankind. I'm so tired. Sadness. But before that, Sokolov gave Eva information concerning the Shagohad. And it's revealed what the Shagohad is really about. See, they attach a rocket into the tank, making it go fast enough in order to launch a nuclear missile. Like, that's a good meme. I don't know why I said it's a good meme. It's not even a meme. Fuck me. Anyway, Volgan comes in, and he's all like, Major, what are you doing here? I was waiting for you in my room. And he just goes for the balls. And Snake, well, disguised, and is like, what? Volgan just goes for the balls again and is like, who are you? I know my balls. And you're not the Major. Because apparently, Rykov and Volgan are butt buddies. They're the kind of buddies that actually fuck each other's butts. But fucking buddies. Okay, this joke has gone long enough. Anyway, Snake is about to shoot Volgan, but then the boss shows up again, beats Snake up for the 15th fucking time. It's like, what is this fairy disguise? And then Volgan just goes to town with this face, and it's just like, yeah, Snake is fucking dead. Thank you. Good night. So Snake is captured, and Sokolov is being fucked up by Volgan, who beats him to death. Kind of, sort of. Okay, not really. You'll see. And then he starts fucking up Snake, just electrocuting him. Like, my body carries an electric charge of over 10 million volts for fuck all reasons. Snake ain't talking, he ain't no snitch. And then during the interrogation, a transmitter falls off the Snake's like, who's responsible for this? And the boss says, well, she's responsible so the Cobras could ambush him. And the Vulcan's like, if they knew where he was, they would have gotten themselves slaughtered, which is a fair point. Boss, I'm gonna have to ask you to prove your loyalty. And I love this part, like, Buzz like, you don't trust me, and Vulcan steps like back like, not that. If he's fucking afraid of the boss, it's like, the guy has electric charge of over 10 millivolts in his body, but this chick freaks him out. Like, holy crap. And then he says, gouge out his eyes, which the boss is about to do, but then Tatiana, aka Eva, is like, no, he suffered enough. And Ocelot's like, well, why are you protecting him? And he smells her like, I know that smell. You know, that bitch is wearing perfume part. Anyways, like, and he goes to grope her like, oh, stop that. And Vulcan's like, taking a fancy tour, eh, Ocelot? Like, yeah, you like that, don't you? Like, no, I have no interest in this woman. Then he gets 3 revolvers, puts 1 bullet in one of them, just juggles them around, pulls the trigger on all of them, like, I'll let this be the judge. Vulcan's like, do as you like, and he does that, and just when the one with the bullet is about to go off on her, Snake throws himself in the way, and Ocelot accidentally shoots his eye out. Ocelot's like, oh, fuck, I did not mean to do that. And then the boss takes the gun and slaps his own son. Yeah, Ocelot is actually boss's son. That's a plot point for later. Snake escapes Groznygrad, heads up the sewers, but Ocelot is searching for him, and he's like, I've been waiting for this moment. Then Snake throws himself off from a waterfall, and then shit hits the fan in the weirdness department. Another Cobra member shows himself, the Sorrow, and it's like, sad, so sad, a host of sorrows, and you are one of them. Now I'm gonna fuck with you in a pretty awesome scene. So, yeah, get ready for that. And you just confront every single enemy you've killed during the game, and it's fuck. After you come to the end of the river, you just die. Fucking game over, man. Game over. But then you take the revival pill and find out that the Sorrow was actually killed by the boss 2 years ago. So that just adds to the fucking creepiness. After that whole weird ass shit, Snake meets up with Eva. She gives him all his gear back and is coming on to him like pretty obviously. Like, yeah, I'd hit that definitely. But Snake, nah, he can't. He's still on the mission. And she gives him an eye patch, so now he looks even fucking more awesome. Snake heads off to Groznygrad again to destroy the Shagohod, and he plans to C3 explosive on the fuel tanks, but just before he leaves the hangar, Vulcan is there with the boss, an Ocelot, and a nearly unconscious Eva. And Ocelot's like, she reeked of motorcycle fuel. That's what gave it away. I mean, yeah, she did ride that thing a lot. I know one thing she could ride. Okay. Snake asks, what is the Philosopher's Legacy? And Vulcan answers, very well. I will tell you before I kill you, because that will make it really fucking pointless. The Philosopher's Legacy is this huge sum of money that the US, China, and the Soviet Union gathered together in order to fight any war multiple times. At the time, it was like $100 billion, which in today's money is like infinity times a billion. Yeah, that's pretty close. They detect the C3 explosives. Ocelot wants to fight Snake, but Vulcan's like, no, he's mine. And then show Ocelot that he means business. He shoots a bullet from his hand. Oh fuck, this is gonna be a pain in the ass boss fight, isn't it? Which, no, it's not that bad. It's cool. After beating Vulcan, Snake escapes the hangar and finds Eva, who earlier was taken away by the boss, but she whispers to her like, leave it to me. And Eva's just like, the boss let me go, and Snake was like, why? And it, like, she gives a really fucking weird answer. I don't get it. Whatever. Anyway, fucking Shagohod is still standing and piloted by Vulcan. The hangar's gone, but Shagohod is still fucking operational. Then comes the cool as fuck escape sequence. You're just like mowing down people with a machine gun. Shagohod's chasing you and you blow a bridge in order to destroy it, and it seems like it works. Well, it kind of works, but you know, not good enough. And then you destroy the Shagohod completely, and Volgan gets electrocuted by lightning. Because irony. And Eva and Snake head off to the wig. But during the escape, Eva gets injured by a fucking tree branch. Yeah, that fucking tree branch. Yep, that's it. Anyway, a fucking branch goes through her from her back to her stomach and is like, oh yeah, you're gonna fucking die. But she doesn't, she walks it off, no biggie. They make it to a wig, but Snake, he still got one final thing to take care of. The boss detonates the second nuclear warhead she brought and confronts Snake in a flower field, and they have some heavy heart-to-heart conversation about like why the boss did what she did. She wants to make the world whole again, and when she rips open her suit to show her Mark that this is the only proof that I was once a mother and that the philosophers stole her baby after it was born, and I'm just sitting there like,
hey, who left this bowl of onions here?
After that, it's the boss fight against her, and you beat her, and she's just laying there and gives Snake the philosopher's legacy. Well, the microfilm that contains information to the legacy, whatever. And she's just like, kill me. Kill me now. And again, you're just like,
Would you get out of here?
and Snake kills her. And then the fucking horse comes and like, god damn it, why did you have to bring the fucking horse? It's not depressing enough already. God. Snake returns the wig, and Eva and Snake take off. But fucking Ocelot still has a boner for Snake, and they have a little fist fight, and then a little game where Ocelot takes 2 revolvers, bullet in one of them, and you pick which one you take. A few steps, and you fire. But it was a blank, and Ocelot's like, that was fun. What's your name? John. Well, that was anticlimactic. See ya, John. And it looks like Snake and Eva are gonna make it, but fucking Soviet airplanes are coming, and it's like, we made it so far, and like, Eva, you were great. But then, Khrushchev calls them off, and it is mission complete. Fucking yeah. Snake and Eva arrive at Alaska, have a little champagne to celebrate a successful mission, and then they do it. Well, they totally do it. You can't deny that. Snake wakes up alone, and Eva's left him a message like, hey, yeah, I'm actually a spy for the Chinese. I'm gonna take the legacy. No hard feelings. Okay, bye. But then the fucking mother of all bombs is dropped. That the boss wasn't actually a traitor. She was actually loyal to the US the whole time. And the only reason she did what she did was so that the US could get the legacy. Again, you're like...
Hey!
Snake meets up with his support crew. Now Zero, Paramedic, and Sagan, who I forgot to mention until now. Fuck. And is awarded the title of Big Boss by President Johnson. That's a fucking cool ass title, like, shit, I'm Big Boss. Then Snake visits the boss's grave, salutes her, and a little tear drops off, and that's the end, and is like, holy shit, that was one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. And lastly, Ocelot wasn't actually working for the crew, he was actually a CIA agent, and he was actually Adam. Holy mother of fuck. And that's the story of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I can't believe I'm fucking making this video. Like, holy shit. This is either gonna be the best or the worst video I've ever made in my life. Probably both at the same time, but like, I'm Isle and I'm gonna go stuff my face in some chicken bacon tortillas now. Bye bye.